Last session, when we last left our players, you guys had done, I think you did a little bit more shopping beforehand, I can't remember, but then you did end up going after the hobgoblins. It got pretty hairy there. You had a really good plan, but there were so many of them. They kind of swarmed you there, and it was looking rough, but then you were able to turn the tides of battle, and did indeed succeed in slaying the hobgoblins with no losses. You didn't even lose any NPCs or anything like that. So that was actually a very successful fight for you guys. Immediately afterwards, as you guys were kind of finishing rusting up and looting the area, your good old friends, led by Lady May Ironridge, stormed on in, and you know, you guys were trying to just run, flee. You were about done when they decided to take out your horse so that you could not leave. That sent Dalton into a blood frenzy, and the heroes are no more. The horse, of course, is okay. It got downed, but was not killed. You guys were able to bring it back up, but that is where we are with you guys at Grell's camp, the hobgoblin camp there, and we have a really, really good view of Steve's closet, so that's cool.
I thought I turned it on spiky.
Now we can see you. There you go.
Is this better? Do I have to just stand
That's
the whole
fantastic,
session?
yes.
Better? What about this?
Anyway.
I'm eating.
But that's, it was just funny. It's fine. But that's where you guys are. You are at Grill's camp there. What do you want to do?
I want to loot their bodies.
We already did.
We
The
did.
hero bodies? We did that
I
already?
think we did.
Oh.
Pretty sure we did.
I think so, because
We
I'm
did
pretty sure I told you
in Dungeon.
yes,
those
we did.
special
You're
weapons
right.
that you
You're
had.
right. You're right. I'm sorry.
I want to rest because I am fucking spent, man.
Yeah, I feel like we should go, like, at least a few yards into the forest or
Like,
something
that's
and
fine. That
not
is
rest
fine.
in the camp.
That's
So,
totally
that's
fine.
cool.
But wherever we go, I would like to rest.
Yes, no, I completely agree. I think we do definitely need to rest, but I don't want to rest in their camp. I'm still salty about the fact that Roxana killed my new followers. Because they were like, no, Grog! I was like, yes.
That's right,
She
yeah.
was like, no. I was like,
She's
oh.
not even here to defend herself.
I know.
No. Well,
So are
she's
you
a bitch.
guys, you guys are definitely able to go ahead and load up the cart and kind of bring it on into the woods a little ways there. Are you wanting to take a short rest or a long rest? At this point it is kind of late afternoon, but the sun is definitely still up, probably will be for a few more hours. But if you want to go ahead and hunker down for the night, you definitely can. So it's up to you guys.
If we get into
I would
another
vote
fight,
short
I'm
rest.
even if we want a short rest, I'm useless. So
Well, what about a short rest for now, and then we go into Chester? Because Chester is only, what, like a couple hours away right now?
If that, probably less. Probably less than an hour at this point.
yeah,
So
we're not so far.
let's short rest for now, and then we can take our haggard selves into Chester, and maybe they'll give us more money, because obviously we put up a fight.
Hide that armor.
There
Don't want 'em to
was,
see
you know,
Yeah,
I do
anything
rely
that
on you
we took
guys
off
to
the
take notes and
computers.
remember, but there was indeed a reward for killing the hobgoblins, so.
Yeah. Anything we
Not
took
with
off
the
those
machine.
heroes, we need to hide. We can't bring it into
It's probably
town.
smart.
Yeah, so while the short rest is going on, honestly, what I'm probably gonna do, the shield you said had a rook on it.
Yes.
If it's alright, I would really love to be able to scratch that rook off of it.
You can certainly try. I'm going to go
I
ahead
would
and give you guys your short rest because nothing attacks you while you're trying to rest. Obviously, your NPCs do not have hit dice, and some of them are real bad. A lot of them got downed. Actually, I think all of them got downed. But the rest of you guys are certainly able to roll hit dice, whatever else you want to do. As far as trying to scrape that rook off of the shield, this is a magical shield, which means it doesn't really take damage like a normal weapon does. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Oh dear. Okay, I'm not terrible at that. That is
Nice.
a natural
Holy
20,
shit.
my friend.
You are able to kind of scratch away at some of, like you're able to get underneath the magical barrier and scratch away at some of the paint. If you look really hard, it's still there, but for the most part, it looks like a just kind of steel shield at this point.
Does anyone have any paint?
I do not have paint, no.
Would I have paint with a disguise kit? Probably not, but just checking.
No. I mean, what you would have would be more like makeup than paint.
I don't have any.
Okay. That's fine. I've got my regular shield equipped for now. I'm gonna hide the other shield, but I'm definitely gonna...
Yeah, I would say keep that in the cart. And
Yeah, for now.
anything we
I'm
take
gonna
off,
try to pick up paint, though.
just tuck it away in the cart.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit off by myself.
Did you need to roll hit die? What?
I'll be sitting by myself, just kind of catatonic.
Your horse is okay.
I think it goes a little deeper than the horse,
Oh,
to be
okay.
honest. That's why I said I'm off by myself and we kind of being catatonic, and I'm whittling this wooden angel.
Nefarious
Yeah.
is gonna approach Dalton and be like, "Hey man, do you want company right now?" And I'm just gonna sit down silently by his side and I'm gonna say a word.
Aw. He's not always an ass.
He's my
Yeah.
little Dalty! I gotta take care of him!
Yeah, I was gonna say Sildiel sits a little bit away, but she's keeping an eye on Dalton, but she's not gonna say anything to him right now.
Little is this toy.
Vethmel doesn't care because it's a fucking horse.
No, Sildiel's
Wow, Grady.
keeping an eye on him mostly because
Okay,
he's
so
a
listen.
full-on murder hobo, and we don't normally see that from him.
Yeah, it's true.
If we're honest, Nefarious doesn't give a fuck about that horse.
That's true. He
But
did kind of snap.
does recognize. He does recognize the fact that Dalton needs something, so he's
Yeah.
just gonna awkwardly sit
That's
next
fair.
to him.
That's
And
fair.
that's all. He won't even make
Is there
any
anything
penis
else any of you
jokes
guys want to do during the short rest?
I mean, I'm not even taking the blood off of me. I'm just whittling, just staring at the toy.
I'll clean the
Fair
blood off of him.
Aww. I'm not going to make you make any check. It happens. Alright. With that, you guys go ahead and load back up. Another half an hour or so goes by between you driving out to that portion of the woods, you're taking your rest, and then you're getting to driving the rest of the way into Chester. It's still not nightfall, but it is getting pretty close to sunset here now. But you make your way into Chester.
Alright. Who wants to come with me to turn in this hobgoblin head that we now have? Because I assume we have the hobgoblin head. I'm pretty sure Roxana dropped it off,
I'm
right?
pretty sure you guys
Oh,
took
yeah.
that. I mean,
We
I'd
took
be
what was
shocked if
left
you
of his
didn't.
head, I
Yeah.
believe. Because I
Yeah.
remember we crunched it pretty bad.
We did crunch it pretty bad. Still recognizable, I do believe, though.
It's definitely a
Take the-
hobgoblin.
I'm going to the inn.
I'll go with Nefarious.
Yeah, you will.
Alright, so
I'll put my arm around you.
So we've got Nefarious and Siliel going to essentially turn in the quest, more or less. We've got Dalton going to the inn. Vethmel, where did you say you were going?
I'll go with Dalton. Actually, no. I'm gonna go with Nefarious.
Okay.
I'm going with Nefarious because every time Nefarious goes to this place, he gets arrested.
Fair.
Alright,
That's fair.
Dalton, you show up at the inn there. What would you like to do? Are you just trying to get a room, or...?
Yeah, I just look at him and very, very quietly, very stoically, I go, I need a room and a bath, please.
Yeah, I mean, the innkeeper definitely would recognize you at this point. Flynn knows you as, you know, Nefarious's, one of Nefarious's friends. And he kind of tosses you the key to the room that you guys normally stay in. There is a kind of like a bathing area down the hall as well that you would probably be pretty familiar with. He doesn't charge you, as he knows who you are.
Bid him adieu, and I go bathe.
All right.
And meditate.
The rest of you guys, as you approach the Reeves estate, the front doors are closed, as they normally are. No guard outside, as is standard, as you've come to know.
Should probably try and disguise ourselves.
Why? They don't know my face. They arrested the other me.
Bethmil is very shiny.
Yeah, that's true. This Nefarious has not been
Yeah, you haven't been
arrested.
They arrested the
I don't
other
think
guy.
Vethmil hasn't been arrested, though, has he?
No.
But he just does look
But
very
he's just
ostentatious,
shiny.
yeah.
He's very noticeable.
Are you gonna go ahead and
Can I
disguise
borrow
yourself?
your disguise kit?
I'll help you with your disguise kit. Yes, you can borrow mine.
Thank you. Alright, so... I believe I'm proficient in it, but I didn't take
Yeah, you are.
expertise.
You're proficient, I remember from when
Yeah,
you
okay.
used it on me.
Cool, so I didn't take expertise, though.
Because you always roll better on disguising me than you do on disguising you.
Yeah, and I always take the advantage one for myself, and it always is worse. So this one's for Tracy. So that's +2
Alright.
of proficiency. And then this one's mine, and I'm gonna use the chameleon trait
Okay.
for mine to get advantage. And then also +2. See,
yeah.
yours is better. So.
I mean,
I mean,
still not
yes,
bad.
yours is better, but you both actually look pretty good. She looks almost completely human at this point. You've done a really good job with kind of touching that up. And you look fairly human as well. Maybe half-elf, but definitely not like this glowing gold thing. You've been able to mute that down pretty well. I mean, a lot of makeup on your face, but it looks good. It looks good, not like a clown like you have some other times.
Sweet. I will give Nefarious back his disguise kit. Okay, thank you.
I'll pocket it and be like, "Oh, you're welcome. Look at you. You look so cute as a human." And I'll pinch his cheek.
We need to get you your own
Thanks.
disguise kit.
Yeah, probably.
We do. We do. Are we ready to like
Yeah,
get
let's
some
go
money?
in.
And I'll just kind of hold up the head and I'll use it to talk with them and be like, "I want to get you guys some gold."
What's left of
lord.
his fucked up
Bethman
jaw?
starts
is like-
laughing.
Sylvia's also laughing about this. We're the chaos trio, man.
Yes, we are. Let's try not to set anything on fire, friends.
I'm gonna cast a mage hand and pick his nose.
The door of the Reeves estate opens up, and you see a guard stick his head out and say, "Were you planning on coming in, or were you just going to continue to make a puppet out of a hobgoblin head and pick its nose out there?"
Yes,
I mean,
we
both.
would love to come in. And I start walking into the door.
Right. Mr. Caldwell, the morons are here to see you.
Morons? Who are you calling a moron? No,
My
that's
mage hand
not
is going to
very
pick
nice.
his nose now.
With that, Mr. Caldwell comes out of his like office / study, and sees you there, and says, "Hello. That's a rather odd sight. How can I help you?"
Your hobgoblin problem. We sort of took care of it.
Yes.
And I'll hold up the head and be like, "Yes, I am taken care of."
I
am
suppose
very dead.
I can see that. Where were they?
In the woods, just outside of town.
They were like an hour and a half away, bro. Like,
Yeah, it was like a half hour.
it was an issue.
They've been quite a
There's like a
problem. How
bugbear,
many
too.
did you find? There was a bugbear with them. My goodness.
Oh, there
There
were
was a bugbear,
ogres.
there were like 5
Ogres.
ogres, and there were 10 half ogres. We took them down single-handedly. It was a heroic battle.
They had
Of
wizards.
and skill.
Well, that is rather
was
impressive.
perilous.
If I remember correctly, the notice said 1,000 gold. Let me go ahead and retrieve it.
Question.
Yes.
Is that 1,000 gold per creature killed, or just 1,000 gold for this one? Because, like, we did a whole bunch of work for you.
That's
I reach over and
hilarious.
I open his mouth and I
It's
go,
1,000
"Where's my
gold for the
gold?"
job.
Where's my gold?
I will get your gold.
Sorry.
And he turns and leaves to get the gold. He comes back and gives you 1,000 gold pieces.
Money.
money. All right, and I hand him I just kind of like shove the head into his arms and be like, thank you. It's been a pleasure doing business.
I will do like
seriously though, we gotta talk about your ogre problem. We took care of the hobgoblin problem and an ogre problem. So like 1,000 gold is nice, but I feel like we need a bonus on top of that because we were not expecting ogres. Your note never said
persuasion check
about ogres. Okay.
Oh no.
Can I assist?
He looks to you. Too late. He looks to you and he says, I understand where you're coming from, and perhaps had we agreed on that before you already accepted the gold that I just paid you, maybe there would have been something to have been said. But seeing as you've already accepted payment for the job, I don't know how we can negotiate any further. Thank you, though. Jeremy, will you please do something with this head? And he
I
goes back
recommend
into his
sticking
office.
on a pike outside of town to warn off the other hobgoblins. Otherwise, you might get another problem from hobgoblins, and none of us want that.
That's
It's true.
a good
I've
idea.
been tracking hobgoblins for a while. They do tend to stick away from camps that have.
And they yell
Spikes.
very annoyingly, "Where's my boy?" And
Can I make a
nobody
deception
wants
check?
that.
For what?
To get him to try and like stick it out and pretend that it's a good idea.
I mean, I don't know why he would think it's not think it's a good idea.
Sweet.
Like,
I want to stick. That's awesome.
you guys have been like, yeah, you should do that. He's like, yeah, sure, why not? That's not a bad idea. You don't have to make any check. He tells Jeremy the guard to do so. They don't really have like a wall outside of town, but they kind of on the road leading to Chester, just past this beekeeper here, they will mount the head of a hobgoblin and a little sign that says beware.
How about this? For every hobgoblin head we bring back to you, you pay us 100 gold pieces, and your city will be safe from the hobgoblin threat in these parts.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
That's unfortunate, but that's fair. Better than my last one.
I like your entrepreneurial spirit, and I can certainly appreciate where you're coming from, but this town is not made of money. I will, however, pay you 5 gold per monster head you bring back.
I mean, that's
Done.
Per monster
That's
head,
fair.
not just
And I'll
goblin.
shake
Not
his
just
hand.
goblin.
Not just goblin, every monster, guys.
I will give him the most elaborately
The
exaggerated
hoboing
bow
begins.
ever.
Where's the
Like,
goblin
where's the
king?
hoboing begin?
Where's the goblin
He did
king?
also specify monster, so when you come back with 10 human and 3 elf heads, he will not be paying for those.
Unless it's a bounty out on somebody and we bring back some bounties.
So, like, just out of curiosity, what's the population of this city right now?
Also,
They're all human. I'm confused, Grady.
Also, quick question for you, good sir. Are you bored? Are you looking to have a good time? Because I've entertained the innkeeper for a while now, and I'm looking for some more excitement. And I'll give him a little wink.
Make another persuasion check with disadvantage.
Sylvia is just rolling her eyes back there.
He is heterosexual, so
God damn it!
he
Nice
looks
to
to you
know.
and he says, I mean, not that I'm not flattered, but I am married, and he kind of shows you his ring.
Thanks, Chief.
That's a really pretty ring. You let me know when you're ready to, put it on the bedside table for a little while. And I'll walk away. I just walk away.
Have a good day, and he goes back to his study.
I love
You
that you dropped a
douche.
17 there.
I know,
I
right?
know, I'm really upset about it.
Grady's a bitch, but I enjoy your presence. Aw, Steve. The insult and the warm-hearted comment all in one.
I'm gonna be like,
So-
where's
so
my
passive
give me my
aggressive.
money. Give me my money. Let's split my money up.
So we
I
have
want my money.
1,000 gold. Yeah, let's split that money up. So Nefarious is a bitch, guys. He's gonna try
I
to
know
keep
there's
at
1,000
least a
gold in
couple.
there, and I'm not stupid. So.
That's fair.
I mean, you guys do what you want to. You also were trying to stockpile the party fund as well. I don't know what the plans are with that, but
I at least
No.
need a little bit of money.
I'm not putting this into the party fund. We're just all gonna split it. So, Steve, will you bring up your calculator and do the math for me because I'm stupid and you're smart? Thank you.
It's a hoot tonight, guys. She's a hoot.
Are we giving it to Billy too or no?
Oh yeah.
Well, listen
I
though.
think we probably should.
Yes, but we all get 1 extra gold and he gets like 3 less.
You also do owe, I believe it's 5% to Stonewall.
Yes, we have to pay Stonewall too. So.
That's true.
So it would be 50 gold to her.
So you all will get technically 200 apiece, but if you owe Stonewall some money,
It'd be 190 for everyone then.
So that's going to
190.
It'd be 190 per
190.
person.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you guys for being good at math because I'm not.
Now it has monies.
Alright,
Where's it?
again.
Help. Help me out.
Help me, I'm inebriated a little bit, and I'm dumb at math. Yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
Numbers are not my friends. Thank you, sir. You're the best.
Like, it's nice to have the party fund, but it's also good to have money on each person, too.
Yeah, we need money.
You should have some money on you.
Because I'm broke at all times.
You're not even a wizard.
I know, but I'm
You're
still
broke.
broke.
You're a
Because
wizard,
Roxana keeps
Harry.
getting all the money, because Roxana keeps doing the work.
I mean, accurate.
I don't even know how much we have in the
And
party
then we
fund.
had
You
money,
got
but
gold.
we
Nice.
bought
Yeah, we're good.
potions with Dalton's money, because we did responsible things.
But Dalton doesn't know that. It's fine.
We were
I gave you
responsible.
100
about
gold, and that was it. I just
And then the oil, the barrel of oil cost what, like 2 gold? 3
It
gold?
was probably good that we bought those
Anyway.
potions because we desperately needed them in that fight.
Yeah.
So.
It worked out. It worked out.
So yeah, Nefarious wants to go back to the inn and like scrub the dried hobgoblin blood out from under his nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make
Soldiel
sure his
also
penis
went
smells nice for the innkeeper.
You guys,
I'm in here.
you guys just kind of walk into the room and you
Well,
see
let me
Nefarious
join
just
you.
powdering his balls, you know.
Soldiel's just like a sight she has seen too many times.
Oh, do you want to breathe this smell in? It smells very nice.
You know, I think I'll pass today.
D&D timer.
You let me know when that changes.
Grady,
and I'm
did
gonna
you add
find
your
the
gold?
innkeeper and get some action.
Grady, did you add your gold?
Bitch, did
To
you
me?
add your gold?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it update.
Oh, what the heck? It was there, and then it was blank when I went to go check
Gotcha.
again.
I'm just looking through because I have reasons for wanting to know how much money this party has. So.
I have definitely completely erased my character sheet before by accident. So.
I have done that too, and I don't know how.
Oh no.
I did that on accident one time, and I was like, oh.
All my other
God.
abilities.
None of your business, John. It's none of your business how much goddamn gold I got.
One time on Nimble, all of my ability scores zeroed out, but his wisdom was 222.
It's never a good idea when the DM goes, "How much money you got?" You're like, "Not a good idea to
So
tell
he
her.
can try to rob us.
Not a good idea."
So, as you guys spend your evening at the inn, is there anything else you guys want to do tonight before taking your long rest then? I mean, obviously, I know. Yeah, I know what Nefarious is doing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have some wine, and then I'm just gonna sleep.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys
I'm gonna
essentially
invite
what you get,
Sylvia
you get the room, and you get breakfast in the morning for free. Anything else you do have to pay for though. So if
I will
you're
pay for wine.
taking some wine, I mean, wine's cheap, right? It's silver for a small pitcher.
I will
Oh,
definitely buy
innkeeper
a small
friend.
pitcher of wine.
Doesn't she deserve some free wines? She's one of my friends, and she's real good in bed. She's willing to prove it if you
All
want.
the old bat her eyelashes.
Oh my.
The fuckery begins early.
I'm not exactly interested in that, but thank
That's
you.
fine.
They're totally gay.
I get it.
Can't blame a gal.
Yeah.
Or a guy.
Yeah.
Testosterone and stuff.
Testosterone.
Well, with that,
Anything.
then I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the long rest here.
Oh, thank God.
That said, as you guys are sleeping, everyone except for Nefarious here, what are your passive perceptions there? Vethmil, Dalton, and Sildio.
13. Not great. I am not nimble.
15.
And Vethmil?
12.
I'm more perceptive than Vethmil.
No, not a problem. Dalton, in the night, you know, probably been asleep for some time. It's probably not too far from daybreak, but it's definitely still dark out. You hear some, almost sounds like pecking at the window near your bed.
I grab a dagger. And I stealthily approach the pecking.
Make a stealth check.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, 23. As you creep up to the window, you hear the sound getting louder and louder as you get close to this window. As you just kind of peer over, making sure to stay hunkered down next to a bed for cover and stay in the shadows, you see it looks like some sort of bird just pecking at the window. Looks like it's landed on the sill outside, the ledge outside, and is pecking on the window. As you look a little bit closer, it's a blackbird, a crow or something.
That's not good. I'm gonna try to use my animal shit, my primeval awareness, to figure out what the hell this thing's trying to communicate to me.
Alright, what does that do exactly?
Primeval awareness, beginning at level 3, your mastery of ranger lore allows you to establish powerful link to beast and to the land around you. You have the innate ability to communicate with beasts, and they recognize you as a kindred spirit. Through sounds, gestures, you can communicate simple ideas to a beast as an action. You can read its basic mood and intent. You learn its emotional state, whether it's affected by magic or of any sort, in short-term needs such as food or safety, and actions you can take, if any, to persuade it to not attack. You can use this ability against a creature that you have attacked within the past 10 minutes. Additionally, you can attune to your senses to determine.
Okay, I see it. Thank you. I
Are you
appreciate
sure?
it,
I mean,
though.
there's more.
I see it. I pulled it up,
There's
too.
more.
I pulled it up, too, so I see it here.
But wait, there's more.
So he's on the other side of the window, so it's really hard to make any sort of sounds. As you begin to try and gesture to it, it doesn't seem to be making any sort of gestures back that you understand any beast to do, if that makes sense.
That's not good. That's not good.
I'm not there. Are you waking up the party?
No, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hold my finger up to it and be like, one moment. I go and
when you do that, it stops pecking for a second, looks to you, and you swear it nods its head.
Oh, fuck. Steve
in.
understands this. Dalton doesn't. Okay, so I put my clothes on, including my leather. I have my swords and my bow.
Fair.
It's a good thing you recognize what's going on here, because Sildio will just have opened the window and let the
Possibly
bird
bad. So I crack the window and I tell the bird to come in.
As you crack the window, the bird does indeed come in, looks to you, looks around the room real quick. Make a insight check real quick.
It's fine.
Don't let it be bad, because Nefarious isn't there to protect you.
As he looks around, he notices everyone who's in the room, and when his eyes fall on Vethmil, he nods his head again real quick and looks to you, Dalton, and he opens his mouth and a voice comes out, which says, "Don't be alarmed." And before your eyes, in a puff of smoke, this crow transforms, and you see before you instead this.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, he's so cool.
He is
That's not supposed to be alarming.
That's so cool.
He's
wouldn't be alarmed.
a Kenku in these blue wizard robes, and he has at his side a twisted wooden staff with a blue orb atop
Recruit
it.
him.
On his shoulder sits a small green quasit, a devilish, impish figure.
Lord.
So cute.
Recruit him. He should join us.
You hush. You're downstairs
I
fucking.
know, I'm not there.
You're fucking right now.
That's a
Like,
closet, in
it's
case you guys haven't
voice
seen
in
it, but
your
it's
head.
like
Yeah,
they're like
they're
super
devils.
tiny.
Yeah.
That's what you said. That's like by his side.
That's on his shoulder. They're super tiny. They're like imp-sized.
I don't find anything
What is
alarming
calling
about
you?
this.
As he looks to you there, Dalton, you hear a voice, but the Kenku doesn't open his mouth. Instead, you see the closet begin to speak to you.
That's so cool.
Well, you know, coming into my room with magic and a devil, I don't know what to make of that shit. So, talk.
The closet begins to speak. It says, "Hello, I am," and you hear this sound.
What a name.
Or you may simply call me the Wizard, as that is generally easier for your kind. Please do not address the one with the sound is coming out of. That is but my mouthpiece. I am the one speaking through him telepathically. Address me.
A bird talks through a demon.
It is much easier that way. I feel it is very distracting when I begin to speak and every word sounds like another person. It's rather annoying.
This is such a clever way to get around
Alright.
to do shit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
something wrong?
really cool.
Oh, got it. Okay. I will be nefarious for
And, like,
a minute because Olivia needs help.
It's reminding me of like
Oh, no.
this closet looks like something out of Men in Black.
No
But
worries.
I can't.
The closet continues to speak again. It's you just see this Kenku though as it just kind of like stares at you, Dalton, and is kind of like every time that you just kind of drift towards the closet because that's just natural because that's the one talking. The closet once again says, "Please address me, not the creature on my shoulder." Thank you.
Undivided attention.
The
How
one,
can I help you?
the one sleeping there, your friend, is a friend of is a friend of a friend, rather. He sent me down here. I had a job. He sent me down here, told me that that one, Vethmil, I believe his name is, might have a group who can handle this for me.
Okay. Well, it's been a long day, but I'm more than willing to listen to your job offer.
The job is dangerous, but it is lucrative.
Well, it just so happens we need the money.
I'm sure you can tell I'm a rather good purveyor of the arcane arts.
Yes.
There's another nearby who is, well, his talent rivals my own. The ass is rather adept at control of elementals, and I would very much like to get my hands on his tower. Now, I am every bit his equal, and I can go toe-to-toe with his other mage, no problem, but I'm sure you don't live as long as you do in your line of work without understanding that a mage's tower usually has other hazards, and I'm not quite as skilled as your friend over there with the sneaky bits, and as he looks at your swords, probably you with the violence. I have my uses, you have yours. So, here is the job. This wizard, Asorin is his name, Asorin. He has a tower not too far from here. I need you to get in and clear out the tower of any other traps, any other creatures that might be guarding it. Once you get to the top, call for me and I can come in and claim the tower.
Alright.
I've been spying on Asorn for some time now. As far as I know, he's unaware of this. He has recently departed. He'll be gone for a week. In that time, we should have plenty of time to clear out the tower. If he's for some reason arrives while you're there, I caution you, he is not to be trifled with. He holds out, the Kenku wizard here holds out a stone, and he says, "This stone right here is charged with one use of the sending spell. If you meet the wizard Asorin, use that stone to call for me and I will appear. I will take care of him as long as you're able to take care of the other problems in the tower."
Seems fair. Terms seem agreeable.
The last bit of trickery is that his tower is hidden by an illusion. To most, it looks like a simple tree in the forest to the east of here. I have enough power to give one of you the gift to see it for a short time. Would you like it, or should I give it to another?
I'm not really the best at magic.
It doesn't matter, it's just a sense.
Give it to me.
He touches your forehead, and your head hurts for a moment, and you blink a little bit, and you look around, and not much seems to have changed, except you are able to see a little bit better in the dark right now, it seems like.
Impressive.
He says to you, "The gift will only last a short time, roughly a week, but I've given you the gift of true seeing. You will be able to see through his illusions this way. Or at least some of them. While the tower looks like a tree to most, you will be able to see it for what it is. Again, look through the woods to the east of here."
I should be able to find it pretty easily. I'm pretty good in the woods myself.
That is good to know. Now, you are free to loot anything you wish from the tower, I care not, except for that top level. That is where what I care about lies. Anything dealing with those elementals in that top level, I need for my own. The rest of it, I care not. Take whatever you wish. Additionally, I am willing to offer 1,000 gold pieces for this job. No, it will be deadly. It is. Also, I am a man of my word, and I respect your honor. Should you wish to take care of Asorin yourself if he shows up, have at it. And he holds out a dark green Alexandrite stone. He says, "I will offer you this if you wish to take care of him yourself. It would amuse me. But again, don't get too cocky. If he's too much for you, call. I will be there."
Fair enough. Mages are powerful, especially when you can transform yourself from a bird to a bird.
That comes off sounding a little more condescending.
The Kenku actually does grin a little bit at that, and then the Quasit says, "I've picked up some tricks in my time. Do we have an accord?"
We have an accord.
He shakes your hand.
So happens you caught me at the right time.
Very well.
Don't mind getting my hands a little dirty right now.
Very well. Do you have any other questions for me?
None. None whatsoever.
All right.
But you wouldn't care about your reasons. You just want the money.
That sounds good to me. Well, it sounds like that tabaxi sent me to the right people. I hope to hear from you soon. And with that, he turns back into a crow and flies out the window.
That was cool.
I love this movie. This
Steve's like, that was fucking cool. Dalton's a prick, but Steve's like, that was fucking cool.
That's such a good way to get around
such
the
a
Kenku
nerd.
stuff.
I thought it was a cool idea.
I was like, that's so fucking cool. Like looking over at the closet, I'm like, that's nasty. And he's like, look at me. I'm like, fine, got my attention. Okay, whatever.
Let's hope we don't find anything in there for Nefarious to eat this time.
I'm glad he talked to me, you bunch of bumbling bullshit fucker.
Soldial would have been like, hell yeah, let's go.
There's this big ass beer here, and now Sparky's on her way to rescue Olivia. Whatever. Well, and with that, you don't blame me for grabbing my dagger. I'm like, fuck, I'm not.
Oh no, I was wondering how that was gonna go.
Well, I figured like if it's tapping, I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I'll try this first. Then I had an idea what it was. As soon as you're like, it understands what you're saying. Like, this is a polymorph, motherfucker. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm like, we'll play. I want to play. I don't want to be like, I'm not stabbing. That thing gets.
Like, it's either a polymorphed creature or it's a creature that like was sent to us with a message that it could give.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm impressed that none of these guys actually woke up.
I mean, passive perception of 12.
Yeah.
Of course I'm not gonna wake you
I mean,
up.
I have a 13. I'm not the worst perception in the world, but like, Soldial's fucking exhausted today, man.
We had a conversation, and you guys were exhausted as being the second in command, aka the first when it comes to these kinds of decisions, because somebody's downstairs getting boned. You know, I think it's understandable that I would take care of this situation.
It is.
The funny thing is I didn't ask any questions because I just don't care. It's a job, and it's a lot of money, and we need the money for future endeavors.
It's probably good that it wasn't Soldial, because she would have literally just kept questioning this dude for 1,000 years because she's so curious.
I did not wake anybody up.
All right.
She's just so curious.
With that, then, as I'm assuming Dalton finishes the night of rest, you guys all wake up in the morning, convene for breakfast with, Nefarious staggering on out as well.
Hey guys, I just got laid and my balls smell like powder.
Good for you.
Hey Dalty, you want to have some penis jokes?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
You're
God.
welcome. I will take on the responsibility of running all 4 of these characters. It's okay, I got this. I will gather.
DMing for the weekend.
Yeah, because I'm not doing it tomorrow. It's gonna feel weird. So I was telling him today, I was like, it's gonna feel weird that I'm taking as much time off as I am, but I have
that's right. We don't have a game tomorrow.
Nope.
No, because I'm going to a concert. But while we're here, Grady, if you do want to play in the next campaign, you're welcome to, as I'll extend that courtesy. So
Join us.
join us.
One
I don't think I'm going to.
Yes.
That's
I don't have school then, so.
You let me know, we'll figure it out. So I will gather the party at the table, and I'll be like, I got a visitor last night. Very powerful wizard. He gave us a job. He was sent by one of Veth Mill's men. I took it.
Wait, one of my contacts sent someone and you didn't wake me up?
Yup.
There was a wizard here and you didn't wake me up.
Next time someone sends for me, you get me.
They didn't send for you. They sent for us. It wasn't you in particular.
It was my contact. It was sent for me.
No, it was sent for us, or I would have woke you up.
My contact hasn't talked to you guys. It was sent for me.
You want to fight about this?
Too late for that now.
I don't want to fight about this. I would appreciate talking to the person who was sent for me.
Don't worry, you're gonna have your opportunity. You'll meet him soon enough. Would you want to hear the job or not?
I do. I just want to get my point across that next time someone is sent for me, I speak with them.
Why didn't you wake up?
You didn't wake
Right
me.
there. You could have heard him. We were talking in normal voices.
Do you just wake up on command?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
So you could go to sleep and wake up in 15 minutes because you wanted to.
Have you ever had Nefarious try to slip his pecker into your apple?
No, I have not.
You would be a little bit more on guard too.
Sylvia's just losing her fucking shit over there.
Anyway, do you want to hear the job or not?
Again, I would like that my point be heard.
I heard your point. Noted. I made a decision.
As long as there's money, I am in.
Yeah, it is really impossible. You thick-skulled ninny. Anyway, there's 1,000 gold pieces involved. But it's dangerous. We're to secure a wizard's tower east of town. He's given me a gift so I can find it and see it. It's covered with an illusion. We're to clear it out, clear out the traps, the inhabitants inside of it. And if we're ballsy enough, take care of the wizard inside of it. But if we can't, he's given me the method to contact him, and he will deal with the wizard himself. Now there's rules though. Part of the payment, other than the gold, is we can loot anything that we want in the tower except for on the top floor. I repeat, Nefarious, we can loot anything we want except for what's on the top floor. And I do not want to piss off a wizard who could have clearly killed us in our sleep, but chose to come to us and talk civilly instead. Although it was really fucked up, because he was a bird who turned into a bird and talked to a demon.
He was a bird?
Really fucked up.
There was a demon and you didn't wake me up?
Gee, I wonder why! Bone Daddy!
Fucking bird and you didn't pick me up.
Oh my goodness.
I want to meet the magic bird.
You will in time, but you needed your rest. We had a hard day anyway.
Dalton. Anytime there's a horse, I'll wake you up, okay? If there's a demon...
You leave the horse out of this. You don't even know. You don't even know. The horse is secondary. He's a good horse, don't get me wrong. But the horse is secondary compared to what you saw the other day. There's more of that in store for the people who deserve it. I promise you.
You were pretty badass. You should stay like that. That was awesome.
Only when I need to be.
Agreed.
When the time comes and you're with me, you'll see it again, I'm sure.
Dalton's on my
It's
team.
not a side of me that I like to show people. We all have our demons. We're all here for our reasons. I need the money. You guys have your reasons. Now, I am fond of you, even though sometimes you piss me off. But we all are here for our reasons. But now we have another reason. We can track this. Get rid of it. Beth Miller, your skills will come into play with the traps. I can help find it. Of course, your magic will come in handy. And,
right.
well,
So
Nefarious, you try to stay out of trouble.
So where is it?
East of town.
It's in the woods. Probably somewhere where we were at earlier.
Well,
We
let's go
probably
get,
walked right by it. We didn't even notice it because it's magically concealed.
let's
I
go
was
get our
definitely
breakfast
not
and
paying enough attention anyway,
head on out then.
I'm gonna show them the gem that they gave me. The one gem if we want to try to kill the guy, and the gem when it has the sending spell in it.
Oh, he didn't give you the gem.
No.
Yeah, no, he just showed you that would be the bonus reward, essentially.
Oh, the bonus
yeah,
reward.
yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
And there's a bonus if we kill it.
Yeah. Yeah, so the deal was definitely just go ahead and call him with the sending stone. He gave you that. It just has the one charge in it. Or if you would rather, like if the wizard shows up and you want to take care of it yourself, / can take care of it yourself, he will give you that gemstone as well. And just so you know, it would be worth about 500 gold or so, that gemstone.
Nice.
Nice. Well, if I know anything about wizards, you cut off their hands, you cut out their tongue, and they can't cast.
It's true.
How are you gonna cut out their tongue?
Unless you're me, and you can subtle spell.
He's not going to be there for a week. So if we get a move on now, maybe we can clear it out and get what we need to move forward.
Alright, let's go get breakfast first and then head on out.
I'm in.
Leave a note for Grandma if she comes through.
She's probably off yelling for Timothy somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, leave a note if you and/or Timothy.
Well, do you really want to get her attention? And I scroll on this note. Found Timothy, track the wagon.
That's so mean.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
I'm
Get
so
all
glad that
excited.
Dalton is the one that wrote the note too. I am so happy. Bethmel's almost crying of happiness.
We're so proud of Dalton for
I
just
know.
embracing the
Yeah,
fucking
I
chaos
know.
right now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I want her to find us and find us quick. And I know Billy's character has a lot of nature tracking, so if we give him a little extra motivation,
Yeah, a
he'll
little
come.
bit, a little nudge.
It doesn't matter. The Timothy could be a donkey. I don't know. We didn't say which Timothy. It could be
Right.
Timothy the
And we could
Golem.
just be
I
like,
don't
maybe this donkey was polymorphed and it is.
The
your
next
Yeah.
year we kill and eat, we'll just name it Timothy.
Name it Timothy. See, then it's not a lie. It's
Right.
true.
All right, so you guys, having started off in the tavern, you have your fill of food and water for the day, so you're fine there. And you head on off. Are you taking everyone with you? The whole? I mean, obviously not Grandma, but the NPCs and everything.
Requires stealth. So I don't know if a plate warrior is gonna be that.
At the same
I probably
time,
shouldn't
though-
take Stonewall. Plus, she'll probably get like taken out in like one hit again.
We don't know what we're going up against in here either, though. So
That means the choir
Pros
we
and
are,
cons.
though.
Yeah, but there's like
Yeah.
also hella traps.
I am definitely bringing Freak with me.
You're so obsessed.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna leave Stonewall.
Okay.
But Freak isn't super loud, and she might be useful. So
So Freak, yes. Stonewall, no. Hammer and Shark.
Well, I don't want to deal with Shark
Okay.
because that'll be one less I have to worry about.
I can take one or two of the NPCs.
We can
if you want,
bring Hammer because Hammer is actually she's not exactly stealthy, but
she's tanky though.
she basically has double the health, so she's constantly raging. So she essentially has 43 health. So she has more health than all of us. So
Okay, cool. So Freak
So
and
I say
Hammer
at least
and leaving the other two?
yeah,
All right.
just tell
Steve,
them
if you
hold
want me to
off.
take a character sheet, so you don't have to
If
do
you
all
want
of
to
them.
take, like, it's not a huge deal. I mean, it's whatever. It's not like I don't do this every week anyway.
I'm just doing me right now because I'm leaving Stonewall. So
Oh,
if you
you
want,
want to play a barbarian?
sure.
If you look in the NPC sheets in new, you can find Hammer.
Okie
You
dokie.
can take
Yeah, I
my
feel like we
bosom-
definitely
my
need to bring
bosom buddy.
Hammer. We need somebody that can soak up damage.
All right.
All right.
Well, as you leave a couple of your companions at the inn, the rest of you venture on forth into the woods to the east. As an hour or so goes by before you get into the woods, Dalton leading the way and hoping to be able to find this tower amidst the trees. You're the only one who has a chance to. The rest of you, there's nothing that you can roll to find this thing.
I think it is good perception.
Dalton,
I think.
I need a perception check, please.
Sure. No problem. 16.
An hour goes by. A little bit longer goes by, and you end up coming to the end of the woods, realizing that you've gone too far. You turn around and begin to go up and down, north and south throughout the east woods here. A second hour goes by, a third hour, as you guys are meticulously going like quadrant by quadrant through the woods. It's not a huge area, but it's one tower in this whole area that you're trying to find. You're not exactly sure where it is. After about 3 hours, though, Dalton, you do finally notice off about 100 or so feet, about 100 or so yards off in the distance, off to the right of where you guys are traveling, you do see It looks like there's stonework up ahead, which is strange because there are no structures. Even like you've passed Grell's camp a couple of times in this back and forth, and that isn't even stonework, obviously. So this is a little strange. Right up in well, the circle is so big, but somewhere up there, you do see some stonework.
All right, I think we found our bitch.
Okay.
Alright, here's the deal. We don't know what's gonna be in the end, so Wizard's fucking tower. So
I guess it's magic.
Yes. Yeah. Not quite what I meant, but yes. It's magic. I look at Vethma now. We go together. A little bit more perceptive, but she clearly can use traps better than I could ever do.
Will I be able to see when I get inside?
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah, it's just the exterior of the tower is being hidden as well.
Okay. Alright.
You guys probably can't see it, but I'll knock on it.
You gotta show me the door, so.
Yeah, as you kind of get closer to the tower, Dalton, yes, this obviously is the tower. You see everyone else, you just see a giant tree. And the rest of the trees around are pretty much the same size, though, so it's not really out of the ordinary. Dalton, though, instead of a tree, you see a stonework tower. It's about 4 stories tall, it looks like, 20 feet each story, so about 80 or so feet tall total. And it's made of the stonework with ivy crawling up it. And on the front, you see a single arched wooden door with a black iron knocker and black iron hinges. Vethmil, you begin to sneak through the woods towards it, doing a somewhat adequate job because it is still a 10, but not great for you, as there is some leaf crunching and twig snapping going on.
Yay.
But Dalton, you clearly see the door.
Dalton.
Are you opening it up?
I'm gonna attempt to, yeah. I'm sure it's locked.
Dalton, as you push on the door, you hear a creak as the door opens, unlocked.
Well, that's a great sign.
I want to investigate the doorway for traps.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check real quick. 21, the door definitely does not seem to be trapped in any way whatsoever. Just beyond the doorway, as you are kind of right here, you see just about a 20-foot room. At the far end of the room is another single door, which apparently probably leads beyond. And flanking either side of the door, you see a single suit of armor, each suit of armor facing itself. Facing each other.
Alright, I'll turn around and... Well, I guess Dalton's right next to me, so I'll point out the 2 suits of... Would I know that suits of armor can be animated?
I don't know, maybe, but, I mean, you see suits of armor there. It's entirely possible. Like, Vethmil's not that stupid, right?
Okay, I'll point out the suits of armor. And he's also an arcane trickster, so I'm thinking it's more than likely.
He probably has some magic knowledge then. And yeah, Dalton, you obviously see them right there, too. They're not, like, hidden or anything. They're suits of armor in a hallway.
I'll just point them out and sign careful. And keep on heading through. There's only one door. That's the only other thing.
That is correct, yes.
The 2 suits of armor, right? Okay. And then as I go through, continue to look for traps.
As soon as you step through the doorway there, both suits of armor clang, 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 turn and face the now open door.
We took a job.
But they don't seem to be moving any further. They turn. They took a couple of steps to do that turn. They are still right up against the far wall, flanking the door. They each hold a single pike, but the pike it's not like raised or anything. The pike is with a pommel in the ground, and their hands are just resting on it, kind of like you would see a standard suit of armor in a hallway in a castle or whatever holding. They have turned, but they have not done anything to appear hostile.
I will wave everyone forward then to get inside.
Okay. I will get it.
Because we probably gonna start fighting soon.
Yep. I will head in.
And I will, Can I hold it like a disengage action? Or like a dash action?
I mean, I guess so, technically, because you can hold an action.
Okay, cool.
Maybe there's
And
a rule
how-
against that, but for right now, I'll say sure.
Would they be 5 feet away from the door or no?
Less. Like they are right next to the door, yeah.
Probably guarding it.
Because what I want to do is, like, if they start to move when I get closer to the door, I want to, like, disengage and move away.
Okay.
But I don't know if I can hold my movement too.
No.
Yeah, so I guess I'll hold a dash action while I walk up to the door, and if I'm farther than 5 feet away when they start to move, I'll dash backwards.
Okay.
I'll ready my bow just in case.
Okay.
And I'll start to walk towards the door.
You walk towards
Also
the door.
looking for traps.
Looking for a trap still. I'll still keep that 21. Doesn't seem like there are any traps. As you walk towards the door, the rest of the party is still just creeping into the room. The armor does not turn towards you at all. It still continues just to watch that now open door. And you reach the far door. It is very similar in design. It's a arched wooden door with a black iron knocker and black iron hinges on the other side. It looks like it opens in again.
Alright, I will push it.
Alright, you push it in. The room opens. Vethmil, as you walk inside, you are greeted to a library or a study. There are these brown and red armchairs littering the canvas here. A long red rug at the far end. What looks to be a large... Honestly, you've probably never seen a globe before. So a ball with what looks like a map on it. To the left side is a whole wall just lined floor to ceiling with books. Books on the other side as well. No other, this map, it looks like there's some doors here, but no other doors at all in this room. You do notice in this chair right here, looks to be a very large creature wearing a red robe. You can swear this creature has almost like hair coming all over off of its head, but it's facing away from you, so maybe it's just a strange hairstyle that it has. You're not quite sure, but it looks very, very large, much larger than a human. Just seems to be with his back to you and has not noticed you, it seems like.
Dang, okay, sick. I'm just gonna go ahead and close the door and go back towards everybody else. And I'll go back to Dalton and say, we're supposed to kill everything in here, right?
Clear it out.
Even though, okay, just wanted to make sure. And I will stand 10 feet away from the iron dude. One of the iron statues. I guess the one on the left side. The iron statues? What am I saying? The suit of armors.
Yep. Animated armor.
What are words?
Yeah.
And I'll take a whip attack.
Okay.
Time to
Oh,
kill
dear.
some armor.
Oh gosh.
Big ass beard over there too, buddy.
Huh?
Your big ass beard.
You will have
Yeah.
advantage, so
I found it.
if you want to roll again.
It's the first thing I looked for. when I got that.
Oh.
But that gives me my sneak attack, right?
It does, yes.
Sweet. I didn't know if I would get advantage because technically I'm not hidden.
No, but you are essentially surprising them. They haven't done anything to you yet.
Yeah, that sneak attack helped a lot.
17 points of damage to the first one there. Nice. Okay.
First one.
Are we attacking the armor or are we attacking the guy in front? I'm sorry, I'm
There are 2 suits of armor outside
Oh shit.
of this room that we can see right now.
Yeah.
So we're fighting
for
in-
our purposes here, because I did not have a map for the atrium, I'm just going to put them right here so that you can roll on them still.
Alright.
Okay.
And I will put all of you guys in this room. Don't worry about moving yourselves at all. This is a very tiny hallway. You can be where you want to be. Movement's not really going to matter. But I'm just going to put you guys all right here on this map so that you're able to roll on things and whatnot. Okay? And then afterwards, I'm assuming you're coming in here anyway. So, all right, everyone, go ahead and roll some initiative.
I've wasted 2 natural
Another.
20s.
Well, I've
Oh,
rolled 2
great,
nat
he's rolling
ones
ones.
this turn, so.
Oh god.
We roll well though, other than that mill, so.
All right. Let me get the NPC rolls.
Oh shit! I can make my mage hand invisible.
With that, then Dalton, as soon as Vethamil's like, okay, we'll kill everything, he takes his whip attack and smacks this one suit of animated armor. Dalton, as you watch this thing, as it's now been attacked, it grasps that pike and gets ready to attack. You are the first to act, though.
Oh, fuck that shit. I shoot it. Like, yeah, fuck you.
22 definitely hits.
Roll a 2. Jesus Christ.
For 10 more points of damage, as you guys are wailing on this one. It is not humanoid, so you don't get that one, but you do get the Colossus Slayer because it has been hurt. You're right.
Yeah. I'm a ranger with a lot of damaging things, apparently. Holy shit.
As you hit this one with an arrow, you kill that suit of armor. As it gets ready to lunge forward at Vethamil there, it just falls in this crumpled mess of metal. That was Dalton Nefarious. You're next.
Alright. So. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. So Nefarious is going to wail on this fucker with his flail.
Okay.
But with the booming blade cantrip as well.
That's
For sure.
one.
That's the wrong one. You are correct.
This is gonna be fun.
Yep. You're gonna have to watch me tonight. I do apologize.
23 definitely hits.
Hiya! Trick.
For 9 points of damage there, as it just becomes wreathed in this like booming energy there, which will trigger if it moves. Awesome. Anything else?
Bonus. No, never mind. No, I'm not. No, I'm done.
Sildio.
I'm just gonna firebolt this guy.
Okay. Unfortunately, a 15 will miss.
That's fine.
Anything else?
I don't burn any spells here, so no.
Hammer time.
Alright, Greeny.
Hammer is gonna walk right on up and smack it with the great club.
Nope.
Not with a 13.
Hey Steve, you want Hammer back?
Anything else? Alright. It is the armor's turn now. The armor is going to swing its weapon at Nefarious. That is a miss with a 6, and it's going to swing a second time, this time at Hammer. That is an 11, misses twice. Vethamil.
Vethamil is gonna walk 10 feet away and smack him with the whip.
16 misses. Anything else?
He's gonna back up.
Fruit.
Freak's gonna roll a d4. That is a firebolt. Maybe she'll have better luck than me.
Freak, you got this.
Yes, she did have better luck.
It's
slightly.
better, but it is still a miss, unfortunately, as this is a suit of plate armor.
She
Anything
still
else?
had better luck than me. No, she's just gonna move over here.
Alright, Dalton.
I'm gonna try to shoot it again.
Let me get my bad rolls out on this easy fight.
Attempt, anyway.
You got this, man.
What did I roll?
You don't got
I can't
this.
see.
That's a 12.
Okay.
That's a miss.
I'm
Anything
sorry, I had to
else?
take my glasses off because my eyes are burning.
Dang, dude.
No, it's okay. It's just the weather.
Sounds like a bad thing. Nefarious.
Yeah.
Nefarious is gonna hit him with the flail.
Hey, you hit.
Hey, good job, buddy.
Booming blade
Oh.
again, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Anything else?
He's gonna holler, man, guys, can't you hit this thing?
Apparently not.
Alrighty, Silio.
Firebolt again. Nope.
Not with a 14. Hammer.
Oh yeah, hammer again. Shit. It's okay, guys.
Do you want me to
I
pour some
got
beer
it.
in your eyes? You think that'll help?
How's that gonna help?
Sparky.
God damn, man.
Beer helps everything.
Oh, that just misses. Oh.
That's all good, man.
Sad
Feels
day.
bad, man.
Alright, it's going to go ahead and take its attacks again. First on Nefarious, that's a natural 3. And then on Hammer again. It's a 10. Man, this thing can't roll either. I can't get out of the double digits. Into the double digits, rather. Vethmil.
Whip
Good,
attack.
keep that going.
That'll hit.
Woo.
This'll
That's
hurt.
the wrong thing.
Oh, man.
Nice.
That's before the sneak attack.
Yep.
Alright, as Vethmil takes down the second one. Well done. No damage to you guys. Good job, guys.
Awesome.
We're rolling like
And
shit, but we didn't get.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell everyone that there was one creature sitting in this room looking away from us, but it's possible that he knows we're here now. So let's go. And I will just go ahead and re-stealth just in case.
Who cares if he knows we're here? He'll be dead soon anyway.
That's another
three.
nat one on
That's
stealth.
3.
You think you're stealthy, but you're not. I'm stealthier than you. I should roll stealth too. I should roll stealth too.
I'm invisible.
Just for
There's my
funsies.
nat 20.
Let's see what I can do.
I'm stealthy.
Stealth. Just for funsies. I really am stealthier.
I can't hit
Alright.
anything, but I'm stealthy.
Do you guys go through the door into this library then?
Yup, I'll open the
Yeah.
door.